Have a bit of prose the day after in November. After sleep, mug of tea times one. Tribulus quercetin, teaspoon peanut butter. A wonky pear, mug of tea times two. Even though I got up at 9:30am, it's now 11:30am. Large tin creamy chicken and rice dinner last night with probably too much garlic, as lavatory smell testified to. Had a bit of a long dark night of the soul. Or perhaps a light one, saying, talking, maybe the CBD pill. No alcohol, by the way. This talking to oneself that can, in itself, make oneself so doubtful and insecure. I'm about to go for a run towards Marshside, quite something at present. And managed a half trim at present. Managed a half marathon past Woodvale the day before yesterday but I couldn't bring myself to run yesterday. I keep thinking about warrior things and taking flack and feelings of onus being on me, I think, and powerlessness. Even walks to and from the library seem to elicit casual belittlement and disregard from strangers. Am I always to be the lone pedestrian who walks a little funny until the end of my days in the decades ahead? Or one of them, except with even less hair nearer to my forehead, perhaps greyer or whiter hair? I'm 43 3/4, and some of these ghosts I've had since I started secondary school. Still seems taboo to want to literally fight back, but sadism with initiative is like the ultimate lived art form. They don't have to hit you or hit you properly in order to be hit themselves. Who needs customary beliefs? Customary, that was the word. The samurai Miyamoto Musashi didn't. Been reading a book called American Ronin for the second time by Joseph Hall. Also began Lord of the Flies yesterday, both very good. Can't I just get a job using my brain and be normal? Can't I just think about being peaceful? Can I? A gaslight of my existence. Have I left it too late? Perhaps they made it too late. Glad I mentioned they, the mean, self-absorbed and lily-livered. Who springs to mind? I've gone over a few psychos I knew out loud to myself I probably shouldn't, and yet I have a bit more nerve and steely resolve these days. Living flat to flat near others, every noise can make you jump a little, but it hasn't been bad recently. No particular hassle or hassler, nothing or nobody that odd, except the usual vivid imaginings. At least I try to believe that's what they are. Waking up from sleep is one of the least brave states I can think of, often troubling to me. Time of little resolve. I make myself nervous after all. What of this more original take I have? Social budo, social abuse, etc. I could get malcontent, or would I be rather content to die a malcontent? No job, and I always expect no woman in my life. This rudeness so nervous, making you feel bad for feeling angry, nervous because of how it affects you. That old ghost. How can onlookers be against you too, yet you have long known them to be sort of the hapless, sensitive you? What does it make you? But what can you really do about any of this, apart from the social abuse book I might write? What's with the everyday slow reactions to things? I could just be the hobbled badger they bait. I even have a sore left shoulder now as I write. But I think of things from months and years ago that weren't fair, presented by sketchy people who act a bit wrong towards me. Who should ever stop them? Why shouldn't they? A bit like I'd never be a teacher, at least not in a Western country. I can't sit on either side of the fence, neither assertive words or effective physical retaliation. You can believe it's a cold war 1 minute and just pettiness the next. I can't say everything I want to here in the flat. I may make my next video strolling in the Birkdale sand dunes again. Peaceful sort of place in my experience, perhaps not to sleep there, especially with people in the mornings, but you could.